For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and the name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. That was made famous by Handel's Messiah. Most of you, I think, at one time or another, has probably heard Handel's Messiah, yeah? And when he was putting that together, you could almost hear the angels, the voices of the angels singing those particular words, and the drums beating in the background and building the crescendo, and so evocative of our loving appreciation of who Jesus is. He deserves that tender review. He deserves that accolade. He deserves that praise. He deserves all of those things. And when you review each of the things that made that song famous, you learn about something that is profound. And it goes this way: for unto us a child is born. Phrase could be translated from the Hebrew as a child is born for us. That's no ordinary child. The Bible predicted it was not an ordinary child from the very beginning, and even to the point of his birth. The people wouldn't see it, but he wasn't ordinary. But unto us a child is born, not just to us, but for us. Amen. For us. Every day across the earth, unnumbered souls enter into the world, and each of them is a beloved son or daughter of somebody. But I got to tell you, one child indeed, was born just for humanity. Amen. All the others were born, and they brought great joy, and they made us laugh with some of the silly things that they did. Y'all remember your kids? They were very silly. I remember one time Elizabeth sent me a video of Cole Avery and Elena when they were small. And it's a tender moment. One is outside with Cole, and he's just a little two-digit fidget. And he had cut something off of the wagon because he had scissors, and he laid the scissors right by the crime. And one said to him, "Did you do this?" "No," he said, with bravado. "No." "Well, who do you think did it?" "Elena." Elena was standing right there. She only responded one way. She said, "No." And then she walked off. That's it. So one said, "Cole, who did this?" And he said these words, profound. He said, "You want me to just tell you the truth?" One said, "Yeah." He said, "I did it." Turns around and walks off like that. Settled all things right there. I did it. Your children are born, and they are filled with joy sometimes, but sometimes, not always, they're not joyful. Amen? How many of you had a less than joyful child? And you went right on loving them anyway, didn't you? Did you ever notice that they do some weird and strange things? Let me tell you about my son, Daniel. Daniel had to throw things. He had to. Is in his DNA. I must pick up stuff and throw them. I must. I have to throw every rock that is ever. He could not walk across our parking lot because there were so many of them. And he went into some kind of, aura with that many stones. He would have to pick them all up and throw them, and usually that's what he did. He would throw them. But somewhere along the line, Danny's ambition grew from those little tiny stones in the driveway to a brick. a brick. And of course, if you love throwing things, you'd want to throw the brick, yes? So Danny took the brick and went, it's moments like that that you realize that perhaps maybe your children are not going to do as good as you think. But God saved him at an early age, and he became a deacon of this church. And all of your children have had things that they have shared with you, moments of love and wonderful things that have occurred, and some of them were grand and some not. But you loved them. But only one child was born for all of us. Not for mother or surrogate father, but for unto us a child is given. Jesus was born that our most sacred and personal needs could be met. He was born that he might live, teach, die, and live again to mark the path that we need to follow. And during this season, how many of you have experienced that Jesus was born for you? Because when you stop to think about, my God sent his son that I might have life and have it more abundantly, it changes things for us. There is a joy that begins to bubble up down on the inside, and we're aware of the fact that a child was born for us. A child came for us. And for unto us a son is given, and though that's in the passive, the actor behind the given is God the Father offering his only begotten Son. And it means fully given, by the way, his only begotten Son, fully given or fully handed over or fully delivered is what that means.